This is about defending democracy. This is no longer Democrats versus Republicans. What do you want your kids to believe in? There must be give and take.
This is White Flag with Joe Walsh.
Hey, look, what I'm trying to say is I despise Donald Trump. I believe Donald Trump is an existential threat to our democracy. I'm going to do everything in my power again next year, even if it leaves me penniless again, to do what I can to help stop Donald Trump, to help make sure that guy is never in the White House again. He's never elected. I believe Donald Trump is a criminal. I believe he's a traitor. I believe he's a bigot. I believe he's a dictator. I believe he's an authoritarian. I believe he's a pathological liar. You know how I feel about Trump. I believe Donald Trump, I guess what I'm trying to say is I believe Donald Trump is an insurrectionist. I believe Trump committed insurrection, engaged in insurrection. I believe Trump incited and then led and then participated in insurrection against America. I believe that. I believe Donald Trump incited and then led and then participated in a violent attempt to overthrow an American election. I believe that. Okay, I believe that. But who am I? I believe Trump's an insurrectionist, but who am I? I'm just a former one-term congressman. I'm just a former presidential candidate for like a nanosecond. I'm a former right-wing radio talker. Who am I? Like, I believe Trump's an insurrectionist, but big deal. That's me. To kick him off the ballot, to deny a fellow American the right to vote for him, I want Congress or the Supreme Court to tell me Trump is an insurrectionist. Donald Trump committed insurrection. And therefore, according to the 14th Amendment, he cannot be on the ballot. We need that. Not some former congressman on his podcast telling you and me that Trump engaged in insurrection, therefore he shouldn't be on the ballot to run for president. And by the way, I don't want some state Supreme Court, some Supreme Court in one state around the country in a 4-3 split decision telling me that Trump committed insurrection, telling me what insurrection is, right? I don't want the Colorado State Supreme Court in a 4-3 decision telling the American people this is insurrection. No, we need something better. We need the Supreme Court telling us that. We needed Congress telling us that. We needed Congress doing their job. I need a jury of Trump's peers convicting Trump for what he did on January 6th, for what he did that led to January 6th. And by the way, Congress had their chance. Cowards. Senate Republicans had their chance to tell America this is insurrection. But they chickened out. Senate Republicans chickened out. Trump was impeached for what he did on January 6th, for what he did to lead to January 6th, and then Senate Republicans chickened out, cowards. They didn't convict him for what he did, for insurrection. They wanted to, but they chickened out. I'm not saying that what the Colorado State Supreme Court did was wrong. I respect the decision, but that's not enough. I respect the decision, and now it will work its way through. And I'm not one of these guys that just totally says Trump can do whatever he wants. He should be on the ballot. Let the people vote, Joe. Let the people decide. We need to beat him at the ballot. Let us decide. We should do it. We must defeat him. I believe that to a degree, that if he's on the ballot, I want to kick his ass. But no, our courts, I was on TV yesterday, and look, our courts, our legal system, every bit as much a part of our democracy as us going to the polls every 2 years. So Colorado had a right to do what Colorado did. And I respect the decision. Even if I'm conflicted by it, I respect it. But I respect the judicial process. And now Trump will appeal, and it will go to the Supreme Court. And what I'm saying is, for the good of this country, the Supreme Court in a 9-0 decision either needs to affirm or reject what Colorado did. 9-0, this is what I want. 9-0, I want them to say, no, Colorado, you're wrong. He can be on the ballot. Or yes, Colorado, you're right. Trump did commit insurrection, engage in insurrection. He should not be on the ballot according to the 14th Amendment. I want the Supreme Court in a 9-0 decision to make that determination. Either way. And then either way, the American people accept it. It's all part of the process. Judges kick people off ballots all the time. Judges say people aren't eligible to run in state courts all the time. States decide, right? States run our elections in this country. I get that. I know that. That's no big deal. I get all of that. This is a big deal. And where it's easy to say you got to be a certain age to run for president, no disputing that. You got to be a naturalized citizen of this country, no disputing that. Pretty black and white, straightforward when it comes to age, residency, and citizenship if you want to run for president of the United States. Engage in insurrection? Engage in insurrection? Okay, what do you do? What's insurrection exactly? Did what he or she do, was that insurrection? And again, I believe it was. But we need more than just me. And we need more than just a 4-3 decision in one single state court to tell us that. You get what I'm saying? Merry Christmas. God bless you. Joe Walsh here. Joe Walsh White Flag at gmail.com. Joe Walsh White Flag at gmail.com. One word. Be brave.
Thank you for listening. Remember to listen, share, and follow White Flag with Joe Walsh on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and everywhere great podcasts are found. And be sure to leave a 5-star review. This has been White Flag with Joe Walsh.